Hello, namaste. It's lovely to connect with you today. My name's Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook, and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to share some guidance for Tuesday and Wednesday. That's Tuesday the 14th of August and Wednesday the 15th of August. So I trust that you're feeling good and things are flowing well for you today. There's certainly a nice energy around today. The last couple of days have been very flattening for me, but woken up today. Actually, yesterday afternoon it really started to shift. So it's nice running with this kind of power energy, and then we'll see where it flows. So it's great to be here. Extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. I'm just in the middle of hosting a bunch of healing events on my Temple of Balance closed group on Facebook. I've just finished the second healing event for today, and second healing event for today. And I've got the third one to host. See, I'm going a bit cuckoo now. I've got the third one to host in 1 hour, and then the last two, so 5 healing events for patrons. The last 2 will be around the 27th or 28th of August. So really enjoying those. The connections are super strong today. So very excited to have this little bit of a break in between healing events to bring this video to you. So welcome. If you're new to watching, welcome. What I'm going to be doing is using my Speed of Light Oracle cards. I'm going to be looking for the best card for Tuesday the 14th of August, and then the best card for Wednesday the 15th, and then the best card for the theme for Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm not doing personal requests for guidance here today. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason. Just take on board what feels right to you, what resonates with you today in this moment, and let the rest go. So this is a guide only. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to get straight into it. Hello, everyone. Hi, Barbara and Steve and Mandy. Lovely to see you. So the best card for Tuesday, the 14th of August, I trust that's the most helpful for the majority of us. We'll find its way to the top in a minute. We'll go with this card for Tuesday, the 14th here. Okay, we have a featured card. So this has further instructions here. It says, breathe deeply and choose a random card. So I'm not thinking much about it. I just go to the card that I'm drawn to, which is this. We haven't seen this for a while. So we have these 2 cards have come up for Tuesday. So they've come up together for a reason. And what I'm going to do is look at them separately, and then we're going to look at them together. We'll look at their relationship together because they've come up together for a reason. So this is Sensuality, the Dolphins card 46. It says love, breath, relationship, and passion. This feels to be a favourable day on Tuesday to rekindle and reconnect with someone close to us. So this may be a lover, it may be someone close to us relationship-wise, our partner. It may be a close friendship or a close connection we have with a child or a family member, or just a sense of connection that we have with someone that we cross paths with on Tuesday. But there's certainly a feeling of love, and definitely a pull, I guess is what I could say, a pull towards an increase in romance and love connection here on Tuesday. So take some deep breaths and breathe love into yourself, and then use or work with that energy that you feel inside to express with those closest to you or those you may cross paths with. Now, I know there are going to be some of you connecting right now that perhaps are not in a relationship and maybe don't have much of a special bond with anyone. So this then, in that case, we'll be talking about your connection with yourself and looking at your relationship with you and how you can increase or rekindle your connection with yourself. So ways to do that might be to look at how you can nourish and support yourself on Tuesday. Is there something that you can do that you love to do? Can you cook yourself your favourite meal? Can you go out of your way to do something special just for you? How can you rekindle or reinvigorate, reinflate? If you've been feeling deflated, how can you reinflate that sense of love and connection again? Now, this card that's come up is Delegate, card 28. And it says, ask, plan, organise and assistance. So this card usually comes up when it's talking about asking for help, delegating chores, asking other people to help us. And the good one that I love is when other people offer to help us and we can actually say yes. Because I've noticed sometimes if I'm in a very locked in, I've got to do this, and I'm locking in doing that, and I'm kind of, want to just get it done because I might be on the verge of feeling overwhelmed and I just want to do this. And someone offers me help. And the first reaction I have is, no, I can do this on my own. Sometimes it might be easier rather than explain it. But, sometimes we need to just think about softening our immediate no response and saying, actually, yes, I really could do with a hand right now. Or asking someone, can you please help me with this? Could you please do this for me? Because that will help take the pressure off me. So if you're feeling pressured by all the things that you have to do, then look at saying yes to help or asking for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help, especially in love or in relationships. So we've got relationship card, come up with Delegate. So if we're feeling pressured, or we need help, let's ask for it. At the same time too, if our partner or someone we're close to in life is doing everything and you're noticing that they're feeling quite stressed and pressured, perhaps you can ask, hey, do you need some help? How can I help you right now? So just sort of a companionship sort of feeling coming up from these cards. So that's the energy for Tuesday. I trust it makes sense to you. Thank you. Okay, let's find now the best card for Wednesday, the 15th of August. So Wednesday the 15th. I know it's not Wednesday for any of us right now if you're connecting live, but it will be eventually if we make it to Wednesday. So you can just think of this as guidance in advance for Wednesday the 15th. So let's grab the best card. How will I know? I just trust. When I feel like I need to stop, split the deck into two. It's the way I pick my cards. You may do yours completely different. That's right for you. My way is right for me. Here's our card for Wednesday the 15th. It's Jellyfish, card 55. It says vulnerable, flow, sensitive and protection. This is the last card in the deck, so it automatically talks about tying up loose ends on Wednesday. It talks about moving with the flow as best as we can, and that we may be feeling a little bit more fragile or sensitive or vulnerable, raw on Wednesday, and that this is okay. We are sensitive beings. And for eons, we've been taught through generations to squash down our sensitivity and that it was seen as a weakness. We're now starting to understand, just through trialing it and seeing through our experience, that to be sensitive is natural and it takes a lot of courage to be sensitive and raw. So if you're feeling sensitive and raw on Wednesday, try not to hide it or suppress it, but let yourself feel it. Let yourself feel it and let it move to the next feeling. One thing I love to say and also practice, because I always practice what I say, because that's just my nature, is to feel my way forward. I love feeling my way forward, especially if I'm feeling resistant or if I'm struggling at any time. I will remind myself to, hey, feel my way through this. Let's feel my way forward. So what does that mean? To me, it means feeling one feeling to the next feeling. And if you notice, our feelings do that. So we might feel a certain feeling one moment, and then if we embrace that feeling, it flows to a new feeling, and then a new feeling, and then a new feeling. So if we are feeling a feeling we're not comfortable with, like anger, for example, and we're holding ourselves in it, we're going to start feeling stagnant because we're holding ourselves in a feeling, and we create like a toxic pool of water that's got nowhere to move. So if we can feel the fullness of our anger in a constructive way, not a destructive way, but in a constructive way that will then flow to the next feeling of drive or passion, which anger can often trigger in us, then we're flowing forward with our feelings. So you notice next time you feel a feeling, when you feel it fully and embrace it, it will move into another feeling and then another feeling. The only time they become big feelings that consume us, that stagnate us, is when we're trying to hold on to it. So have a play with that if you want to yourself and see if it resonates with you. But I personally find it extremely valuable in moving forward and going with the flow. So let's trust our flow on Wednesday, and especially trust in how we feel, because it will guide us through our moments as we flow forward, feeling our way forward. So don't be afraid of being sensitive. It is a normal thing to feel. We are sensitive beings. So let's embrace it instead of trying to suppress it. So that's the guidance for Wednesday, the 15th. I trust it makes sense to you. Now I'm looking for the best card for the theme for Tuesday and Wednesday. So the theme card will help us tie these days together and help us see the bigger picture for Tuesday and Wednesday. And yes, Amelia says intuition. And intuition can very much be... Well, see, I see intuition as being the voice of our psychic senses, or our main psychic sense, if you like. Some of us are more sensitive empaths or feelers, or we could say clairsentient. So our intuition will speak to us through our feeling. Some of us are more knowers, know-it-alls. No, I'm only stirring. Some people know things. They just have this strong gut feeling or this strong sense of knowing, which we call claircognizance. And that would be how their intuition speaks to them, is through their knowing. Some people are more visual. So their intuition would speak to them more through their visual aids and their visual flashes, if you like. Never mind, I won't go where that one was taking me. Anyway, I'm looking for the theme card. So yes, intuition is very much connected, but it's not necessarily just limited to our feelings. It can also be other things. So our theme card is this. Purification, card 8. It says cleanse, detoxifications, and toxins, or detoxification, purification. This talks about Tuesday and Wednesday being really important or supportive for us to think about where we need to cleanse or clear our energy space. So we could look at this as cleansing physically. I mean, that's the most obvious. Let's take a shower if we're a bit pongy. But we can look at this at a deeper level too. So we can look at this as clearing emotional stuff that we've been holding on to, that I was talking about before, like emotions that we hold on to because we don't want to let go, or we're holding someone responsible, or we don't want to stop that old story. We'll hold that emotion in place. So this cleansing could be about, okay, looking at what are we holding on to emotionally, and how can we let that go? How can we surrender that now and let the next feeling flow us, help us move forward? Can we let that old story go now and start writing a new story for ourselves? Perhaps this card for you is talking about more on a mental level. If you've been very mentally consumed with negative thoughts or worry or fear or stress or pressure that you're putting on yourself mentally, how can you look at that honestly from an objective perspective and look at what you need to clear or what you need to refine in your schedule that can take the pressure off you. If we relate it to a card we got up on Tuesday about delegation, that might be part of not necessarily offloading, but taking some of that pressure off ourselves mentally. So this card is about clearing, cleansing, releasing through our physical body, our emotions, our mental body or mental energy too. So we might feel quite inspired to have a big spring clean of our house. I look around and think, yeah, I probably should do that. Hopefully I'm inspired to. We might want to stand, when we stand in the shower next, imagine and instruct all of that old energy washing away from our body, our mind and our emotions. So you can work with this cleansing energy. It's very windy outside today, so that might be another good element to work with, is to stand out in the wind or the rain and imagine that wind carrying away all that stuff that's holding you back at this time. So it's mainly about intentions and holding the intention of releasing what's holding you back. And like I say, for me, I release and let go and hold that intention to every single day. So I know a lot of people don't do it until months later when something's become very big and consuming and overwhelming. So maybe think about releasing and letting go, and even using some declaration like, I'm willing to let go, can be as simple as it is. And saying that perhaps 3 times every day and see if that helps. Start setting some new steps and new programs, new intentions for yourself that support where you want to be in your life. So the ball is in your court. You have the power now to look at these sorts of things and start changing and implementing or clearing out and doing what you need to do to get things on track. And reassess as you go, because it's not something you nail and then that's it for the rest of your life. It's something that you nail for a bit, things change, knock you off balance, but you make some adjustments. You get back on track, you learn some new tools, some new ways, and then you're in a nice space again. So it's something that's always a dance. It's always something that I find, anyway, that I'm adjusting to as I flow. So I trust that makes sense. Thanks for connecting today. I've used my Speed of Light Oracle cards. These have been created by me and they're available on my website. If you'd like to learn more about them or add them to your collection, please have a look on my website at templeofbalance.com.au. So thank you so much. If you want to learn more about the work that I do, and I do a lot of things, I create a lot. I create pendants like this. This is my personal one, but I've got other beauties on the website, and I create lots of different things. I can't even think right now. Books and oracle cards and artwork and ceramics and lots of stuff. So if you're inspired by my way, there might be something supportive that speaks to you on my website, and that will hopefully then support you, and it also supports me to be able to do my work full time. So thank you for your support. So have a look. If you can't find something, just let me know. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you want to connect more privately, just send us a message through our website. So thanks for connecting. I'll be back in 40 minutes. I can quickly go and have some lunch. 40 minutes for our third healing event on our Temple of Balance closed group on Facebook. So if you're not a part of it, you can certainly request to join. You should be able to find it on my page, easy enough. So I'll be connecting with some of you then. I'll be back on this page in a couple of days. So I'll connect with you then. Thanks so much. Sending you lots of love from my heart to yours. And I'll connect with you again soon. Thank you. Namaste.